Hi. I've been wanting to read tarot for people randomly starting a couple of weeks ago, and you know what? I had the sudden urge to just record, do a collective reading, maybe, and let's freaking go. I am using the Illuminated Tarot by Keegan. Yes, Illuminated Tarot by Keegan. So, unlike a typical tarot deck, it is a playable one. So, essentially, it's 53 cards, one of which being the Fool, aka the Joker. I'm the Joker, baby. And yeah, let's get this freaking show on the road. So, Spirit, Universe, answers and ancestors and spirit guides of the collective. Is the greatest good their intentions, whose morals align, those known and unknown? What does the collective need to hear? What message does the collective need to get? Actually, I already filmed one right before this. I filmed it on my phone, but this is upright. Oh, it's upright. But it literally cut my head off, and I was like, "Ooh, that looks terrible." So I'll probably still post it. Oh wow. Oh wow. Um, me as a person, good luck. Because at the very bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Oh my gosh, I forgot her name for a second. I'm so sorry. We have the High Priestess in reverse. That's why I say good luck. Me as a person, good luck. As a reader, though, this sounds interesting. This sounds very, very interesting. So, first we have the Four of Pentacles upright. Next is the Queen of Pentacles. I like to read it as upright, unless this comes out as sideways, but it didn't really come out like that, so I don't bother. And we have the Star card. I just realized all of these are pentacles. Earth signs could be significant. You could be an Earth sign stellium. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I believe, is an Earth sign. I'm not very good at astrology, so actually don't ask me. um, or you could be a very grounded person. You could be a very earthy person, for sure. That's interesting. Let's pull out more cards. Can you get a clarification, please, for the Four of Pentacles? Because, like, tarot is a story, right? It reads to you a story, so I'm kind of confused what the story is. Because Four of Pentacles, secrets, are actually wanting to withhold resources, but then right in the middle, okay, you want to come out. Oh, the Two of Cups in reversed. Oh my gosh, someone's being stingy. Girl, why? You got the resources. Why are you being stingy? Who's being stingy? You? Can I get a clarification, please, on the Queen of Pentacles? Why do you want to be stingy? Why is there an unequal, that's what it is, why is there an unequal distribution of energy, resources, time, perhaps? Oh, you have the Tower. Upright. And clarification to the Queen of Pentacles. You get a clarification on the Star, please? Very big energies right off the bat. You know what I mean? We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Let's see. Do I understand? Not off the bat. I mean, okay, let's go from the top and then we'll figure it out as we go. So there is someone is holding back. Is it you? Is it another person? That I'm not quite sure of, but someone is holding back. When I mentioned being stingy and stuff, and it's like hoarding resources that you oh, it's hoarding resources despite having them. You actually have more than enough to share. Or whoever that person is has more than enough to share. They're not. And I think this is fear based, actually. A part of me thinks that someone is hoarding, someone is not sharing because this is fear based. And when I say by not sharing, this could be like I'm not let's say I'm the person, right? I'm not giving time, energy, resources. I'm being stingy with them because I'm scared that if I give any more, then somebody's gonna overtake from me. And this is why I'm kind of wondering if this is you or another person in your life. Probably gonna be you then, huh? You're probably being freaking limiting as hell with how you interact with other people, I suppose. Let's just say that you're limiting yourself in terms of how much affection, how much love, how much time you give to other people. And I'll say that this is a past wound. You're so afraid of giving any more than you currently are because a past wound has made you overgive. You used to be the person that was overgiving. And actually, with the high priestess being in reverse, I'm gonna say that you don't trust yourself. You don't know, you don't understand when to trust yourself to you don't trust your instinct when it says, okay, I'm safe. Actually, I'm safe and I can give to these people because I know that they'll give back to me and I know that we'll take care of each other because that's what a relationship is. Platonic or otherwise. I literally romantic, platonic, familial, whatever may be. That's just how a relationship in general works. You give, you get, you take care of each other. It is a constant give, and that's what the Two of Cups is like. When it's typically upright, it's giving back and forth. That's why you'll see in other depictions of the Two of Cups, it's in an infinity cycle. It's just giving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It is a constant flow. But in this depiction, my camera isn't that clear, but you can see it's only giving to one side. One cup is higher than the other. And with it being reversed, I think you're putting yourself in priority, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not gonna pull that toxic positivity bullshit on you because that's fucking annoying. But you're prioritizing yourself in a way that is fear based. And it's just so funny because with the Queen of Pentacles, especially, like, this is abundance. She is abundance. You have more than enough, actually. There is no limit. There is no cap to the abundance of love and time and energy you can give out. It's just that you're so scared to because you don't want to repeat that past mistake of being the one that gives too much. Or you just don't want to end up that person, the one that ends up giving too much, and then you're left high and dry. And with the star card, it's like, okay, you actually want to move forward. You want to move forward. You want to stop being so afraid. But it feels like you're stuck. Hanged man in reverse. Feels like you're stuck. You need a new perspective. You need to look at it from a different way. And I think that this is going to be a very pivotal moment for you because we do have the tower. And I think realizing that you are, in fact, in a state of abundance is going to help instigate this tower moment. Or it's like, actually, I don't have to be so afraid. And I think it's going to be very catatonic for you. Because the previous reading that I did, whether or not I'll upload it, it was about wanting to find community, but being afraid to do so because of previous mistakes and because of being hurt and betrayed. But it was essentially about moving forward. And yes, it was a long and difficult road, but it was a road nonetheless to your goal of having the community that you want, right? And I this feels pretty connected to it. I won't lie. Let's pull another card. Whatever falls out. Will you fall out? Oop. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Well, what now? Let's choose you. What's this? The magician. I love it. Okay, so you have you have the high priestess in reverse, but you also have the magician. The way that I like to think about the high priestess is that it is the intuition, right? She is the intuition, she is the higher being, she is this higher level of understanding. The fool is taking things into action with pure faith and bright-eyed, right? Being a bright-eyed adventurer, if you may say. I like to think of the magician as some sort of combination of the two, where you have both the spiritual knowledge but also the practical application to use your spirituality in a way that progresses your manifestations forward, right? Like that's how I interpret the magician. And especially because in this rendition we have the magician seen as a lion with a sword and a cup. And they're also holding a little pentacle, I think, but I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, they are the balance. I just realized. So they're holding a wand on one hand. On the table, it is the sword and the cup, and in their other hand, it is a pentacle. It is also a depiction of a lion, and they are surrounded by, I don't know what flower this is, but it looks cute. Anyway, the magician is about balance. The magician, the magician in this rendition, hey Dr. Seuss, is about balance. And you need to strike that balance. Actually, you can strike that balance. Frankly, you want to strike that balance. I think that you're just a little scaredy stinky poo poo, and that's why you haven't, and that's why you're not. But you can, you so easily can. And that probably is like a better first step. Because, like, I'm gonna circle back to this. The high priestess in reverse, you may or may not have a hard time trusting your intuition, or like lean heavily into the spirituality side of it, you need to have a practical application. And that's where the magician comes along and makes it easier for you to like comprehend, essentially. You can do it, dog. What the hell? What's holding you back? Three of Cups. It's a celebration. Just look how cute this is. It's such a lovely, lovely thing. What are you afraid of? Oh no, people are gonna love and appreciate me for who I am. Hello? Hello? Ring ring! The action is there. You know what to do. This is the Hierophant in reversed. The Hierophant is about tradition. I'm trying to go off the top of my dome. Hierophant is about tradition and also an older male authority figure, a masculine energy, truly. A masculine authority figure. There's this card that's peeping out. Oh, and it's the Three of Swords. Actually, we got this too in the last reading I did, but I'm not gonna post. Maybe, question mark? I don't know. The bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles. Dog, you have the resources. There's no shortage of abundance here. Are you freaking kidding me? We have the Queen and the King pop up. Like, come on. Right underneath the King, we have Death. Yes, this is about transformation. You will move forward, actually. I was about to say you can, you will. Because we have the Tower. It's not just you're thinking it, it's not just you want it, you will. And it's going to be a miserable experience. Because that's what the Tower feels like every single freaking time. But it is so cathartic. Because actually, you won't have to keep holding yourself back. Because actually, you don't have to limit yourself when it comes to feeling safe and okay to express your affections, to share your resources, to share the blessings in your life. But there's so much fear with it. Maybe it was a masculine energy that took advantage of you, actually. Hierophant in reversed. There were rules set in there were rules set in place. There was some sort of authority figure, and they're the ones that broke your trust. Maybe it's a dad, maybe it's a teacher, maybe it's a mentor. But you are moving on from that heartache, is the lovely thing. That's a great thing. You're moving on from the heartache. I'm seeing a lot of twos. There's a hell of a lot of twos. And I'm seeing a bunch of threes. It is time. You are going to hit that Tower moment. You are going to have a big shake in your life. And it's going to feel miserable and it's going to be so terrifying. But it's going to be exactly and frankly even better than what you were hoping for, what you were wishing for. It's going to be real fucking good for you. And I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you that you'll stop barring yourself. Because there's truly nothing else that feels worse than being ashamed of showing love, being ashamed of showing affection, being ashamed of sharing, being ashamed of showing kindness. And I think you're gonna feel a lot of relief, and frankly, that abundance we saw, if you already have it, tenfold. Now, tenfold. Hell yeah. I love it. I love it. So, that's all. Bye.